have to do such a perverted thing? Yang Linlin watched as Zhao Yi put the bloody skin into his inventory like it was a treasure, and she began to question her life choices. Live chat. I've seen all kinds of weird fetishes, but I've never seen skin peeling. I really learned something today. So disgusting. I can't stand it anymore, Brother Meng. I'm going to vomit for a while. The two continued down the corridor. In this complex experimental base, which resembled a maze, it was easy to get lost without a strong sense of direction. At the end of the corridor, a huge white canteen appeared. Except for the seats, everything was pure white. The dazzling white was mixed with scarlet. Through a crack in the door, they saw countless monsters wandering around and eating in the cafeteria. Their food was the rotten experimenters. There are actually so many monsters. How many students are missing? Don't they involve the police when so many students disappear? The sight in front of them shocked both of them. In this huge cafeteria, there were at least 1,000 weird monsters. That meant at least 1,000 students from Stone Mountain University were missing. But none of this had been reported. There wasn't even a trace of it online. The person behind the construction of this laboratory is probably using all kinds of methods to cover up the truth. Zhao Yi's face was solemn. All signs point to the mayor of City A. But a mayor can't do this. Behind him, there's probably a huge team. What should we do now? If we go further, I'm afraid. Yang Linlin's voice trembled. Zhao Yi took the skin he had peeled off from the monster's body, pulled out a scalpel, and, with fingers moving like butterflies, quickly separated the skin and made two strange human skin coats. On the outside of the coats, there were many hideous, bloody little heads hanging. You don't want to. No, this is too disgusting. Yang Linlin looked at Zhao Yi's malicious eyes and vaguely understood what he was thinking. She turned and ran, but Zhao Yi grabbed her by the collar. Come back. Zhao Yi directly put a simple and smelly coat on her body. Then he also wore a human fur coat with a tube on the back. Live chat. This made me laugh so hard. Screenshots are taken, and Goddess Linlin's emoticon package is about to be released. Wearing this kind of thing is truly anti-human. Does Zhao Yi want to blend in with those monsters? This is very dangerous. There shouldn't be a problem. After all, it seems these monsters aren't attacking each other at the moment. The eldest brother is the eldest brother. Though a bit disgusting, the idea is actually pretty cool. The two of them at this moment looked like wolves in sheep's clothing. Oh no, sheep in wolf's clothing. Yang Linlin knew that once those monsters discovered their disguise, they would be torn to pieces in an instant. The strong smell of blood and monster skins masked the scent of the two. The moment the cafeteria door opened, thousands of distorted monsters looked toward them due to the sound. They were strange and gorgeous, being stared at by so many terrifying eyes. Yang Linlin's legs felt so weak she almost collapsed to the ground. She grabbed Zhao Yi's arm and could barely stand. Some monsters looked at them in confusion, as if they thought they were the same kind, but not entirely. So, they slowly approached, wanting to test them. Seeing these monsters coming, Yang Linlin's legs trembled even more. Unlike Yang Linlin, Zhao Yi seemed extremely excited. He even dragged Yang Linlin forward and came to the front of the monsters, imitating their panting sounds. Although these man-made horror monsters were extremely aggressive, they were all aimed at humans. For their own kind, they were very tolerant. One of the girls, with a bone spur on her head and half of her face rotten, made a strange sound, dancing and seemingly asking Zhao Yi something. Zhao Yi imitated the sounds and movements she made, word for word. After going back and forth several times, the girl and her friends seemed to finally understand that the same kind in front of them was just an emotionless repeater. So, they lost interest in Zhao Yi and Yang Linlin and dispersed. Once they left, Yang Linlin was shocked to find that her back was covered in cold sweat. It had been really thrilling. This guy, Zhao Yi, was completely unconventional. She had imagined many possible ways Zhao Yi might resolve the crisis, but she never thought that. It was outrageous. In some ways, Zhao Yi was also very